Even through the hardest trials, Job still managed to keep his sense of humor. After all, what else could you expect from a man who literally had everything but the kitchen sink thrown at him? Job 1 verses 20 and 21 states, "Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, Naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." The story of Job is a powerful reminder that even in the midst of unimaginable suffering and intense trials, God is in control and ultimately works all things for our good. Oh yes, Job was a man who experienced great loss. He lost his wealth, his health, and even his family. Yet, despite his suffering and overwhelming anguish, he never lost his faith in God. What an awesome story this is! Job's story teaches us several valuable lessons that we can apply to our own lives when facing trials and challenges. First and foremost, Job reminds us that it is okay to cry out to God in times of distress. It is natural to feel anger, grief, and confusion when faced with adversity, and God understands our pain and our questions. And how many times have we questioned God? I have questioned Him many times. Secondly, Job's unwavering faith in the midst of his suffering is a powerful example for us to follow. He refused to curse God, even when his friends urged him to do so. Instead, Job clung to his belief in the goodness and sovereignty of God, trusting that He had a purpose and plan for his suffering. Finally, Job's story ultimately teaches us that God is faithful and just, even when we cannot see or understand His ways. In the end, God restored Job's fortunes and blessed him with even greater wealth and prosperity than before. And I'm sure many of us would have given up. I would have given up if I was stripped naked. As we face trials and hardships in our own lives, let us cling to the example of Job and trust in God's faithfulness. Let us cry out to Him in our pain, hold fast to our faith, and remember that God is with us through every trials and every storm. He will never abandon us. Do you believe that today? He's a God who never changes, and He will ultimately bring beauty from our ashes. You will have a testimony, my friend. So today I encourage you to trust in His plan and His timing, and know that He is working all things for our good. Let us remember Job's story as a source of encouragement and faith in times of difficulties and challenges. Just as Job experienced restoration and blessings after his trials, we too, my friends, can trust that God will bring beauty from our ashes. God is always near. He will never leave us or forsake us. And I am reminding you today that God cannot lie. So stay strong and remain faithful, for God's grace and mercy are always available to sustain us. God bless you richly. Have a great day, everyone.